on today's City Beat. First up, pushing techno music forward, we'll catch up with the young German trio Viak. Then we're off to New York City for some baijiu and fusion cocktails. With the Spring Festival on the way, we see what happens when a few designers create traditional hongbao.
Hello, and welcome to City Beat, where we have the latest in art, culture, entertainment, fashion, and lifestyle. Every Monday, we go from Shanghai to New York and Los Angeles to bring you some of the coolest stuff from around the world. You can also scan our QR code or check our official WeChat account for all your City Beat updates. I'm your host, Chen Lei. Coming from Germany, the techno trio Viak have been packing clubs around the world. Making their China debut, we joined Christine to check out the show and talk to the boys.
We have Jack, and
We rock the party!
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Tonight's all about electronic music. I'm here at Arkham to check out Viak, an electronic music trio from Berlin. They're here now in Shanghai to show us their version of what electronic music should be. So let's go and see what they're all about. Felix, Kevin, and Aaron grew up together as friends and were already experimenting with electronic music way before they became the electronic music trio Viak in 2009. Being their first time in Shanghai and collaborating with Beijing visual artists Clockwork Q and Qian Hongling for an audio-visual effect. So why and how did you guys start it with electronic music?
We are good friends since long time, so we were all hanging out together, and we started to make some music on it's called Maschine, and yeah, and we were all sitting together in a room and just having fun with the program, and we liked the sounds, and then it became an addiction. We did it every day, and now it's our life.
All three were classically trained musicians in piano, guitar, saxophone, and drums.
We had classical training, but we didn't practice at home.
Yeah, we were too lazy, you know. For me, it was always I wanna play more than just one instrument. So I was just changing the instrument a lot, and my parents were like, okay, as long as you play a classic instrument, it's okay. But at the end, I ended up with the electronic because you can play 10 instruments at the same time.
Yeah, it's really cool. If you start to learn guitar or piano, it's fun. But after a year or so, you always hear the same sound. And it's really cool if you can type in the notes into a program and you can have every sound.
And you can play stuff on the computer which is not possible to play on the instrument.
Yeah.
Because
10 hands.
Yeah. And maybe like drums as fast as the best drummer in the world twice.
Like you're more free in the electronic music than in other kind of music because there's a lot of place to do new things.
Electronic music can be highly sophisticated. You need an intimate knowledge of musical structure and rhythmic composition. Being signed to one of the top electronic music labels, 50 Weapons, Viak started to gain international attention with their fresh and alternative take on classic techno and house.
We go from tech house to deep house or something to house, to classic house, old school house, and then to techno.
Even disco
There's
stuff.
a lot of space in electronic music.
And you do crossovers all the time, or maybe like expansions to like pop or indie, hip hop, even rock. Like we did a lot,
Just experimenting with sound.
Yeah. It's the way you just feel you have to like move in those like genres. Because I don't know, there's a lot of music, there's hip hop, there's house, and you like everything. and sometimes you just don't know what is right for you. So you just try out, and then at the end you will know, because if you don't do what you want, it won't sound like the stuff you want to make it sound like.
So what's the drive behind the song?
The drive behind is to make music that we all three can dance to and we all can enjoy. Not always dance, but music that we all enjoy. So it's really, there's no rules. It's just we sit there and we make something, and once it's cool, we all say, yeah man, it's cool.
Electronic music dates back to the end of the 19th century. But it wasn't until the 70s when the art of electronic music became a significant influence on popular music as well, especially in America and Europe. How did the electronic music scene started in Berlin or in Germany?
In Germany, you had the free space after the reunion of the West part and the East German part, and the police wasn't giving a shit if you throw a party or whatever, and you could do what you want. So people were going into electronic music and were feeling very free, and I think right now it's happening all over the world because we have the internet, and if you do a track, you uploaded it, and you can also, like shows like Boiler Room or YouTube and whatever, you can just feel the electronic music at your home, and you can get a feedback, you can upload it, and people will play it, and it's really helping all over the world. The electronic music is growing right now, which I think is really cool.
By the 1990s, the popular domain of electronic music can be heard and used in many varieties and ranges from experimental art to popular forms such as EDM.
You got real deep frequencies, and then you can feel real the music. It's really about the deep frequencies.
So electronic music is about
It's club. It's also
this-
it's club music.
yeah.
You know, it's club music. You really got into it if you're stepping to it, like 2 hours or something. There's rhythms into it, and then you can feel.
Yeah, it has something to do with trance feeling, and not the music. It's really just the feeling that you feel. Like,
Tribal, yeah.
like you're like kind of like riding on waves. Really, it's like this. You see all those guys like having fun.
It's like hypnosis.
Yeah. It's like having fun. And also it's about party. It's about party, of course. The music is much more about party than a lot of indie and pop songs.
It's almost like a therapeutic trance for people to enjoy, with the future in technology expanding beyond our horizons. Music will evolve alongside the generations because it is limitless and there is always room to grow.
You got a big fat bass. Everybody's like, whoa, and then after all the time, you're really.
And you need those reactions
going really fast.
to feel it.
So what do you guys have to give to the audience with your sound?
Good emotion.
Yeah, good emotions and fun, and basically, I mean,
A good time.
this is what some
Even
people
when
call magic.
Even when it's short,
Yeah.
because life is short, and you
Yeah,
always
exactly,
got
you know.
hard things to do. Everybody has to work and stuff like this, and this is a short
Yeah.
place and a short music to get out of it.
Yeah, the message is gute Laune.
Where do you guys see the future with electronic music and with your own production?
I think the future is that everybody on the world will listen to electronic music.
Yeah, of course.
And that we will be the most successful boy band. We will be the techno techno boy band. No, but I'm joking. I think it's still more developing, and in my life I didn't know electronic music until I experienced it, and I think a lot of people will have the same development. And it's
Now it's happening in Shanghai, for example. Like, a lot of new people come and start to listen to the music. And I mean, a lot of people are here, for example, they're really interested in it, but they really don't know what they can accept for tonight. And so there are a lot of open-minded people, and I think it's happening all over the world. I mean, we think this is really why, I think basically why people like we can do stuff like this, which is great. And I think and hope it will go on, of course.
When you're focused on something you love, you put in all your effort, and you see that in Fazak. They're young and talented, and it shows in the energy they give through their compositions, their attitude, and their performances. Well, that was quite an intense show. Straight from Berlin to Shanghai, those boys really know how to give a performance. I felt like I was having an electric shockwave throughout my system, orally and visually. This is Christine reporting for City Beat.
Coming up next. Then we're off to New York City for some baijiu and fusion cocktails.
Winter's in full swing and we're definitely feeling it. But over in New York City, we'll check out some unique Chinese baijiu and cocktails that will definitely warm us up.
If you want to feel a little devilish when you drink, then head over to Angel's Share. Located in the East Village, this hidden speakeasy-style bar has been serving one-of-a-kind cocktails for over 2 decades. But the experience isn't complete without a killer bartender. That's where Gene Chan comes in. His passion behind the bar is untouchable, but his journey to get there wasn't nearly as smooth as the cocktails he's making.
I went into a bar to ask for a job. At the time, I don't even have money to afford the rent, so I asked the owner of the bar to let me stay in the bar. So he just cleaned up a loft for me, so I live in the bar. Every day I wake up, just brush my teeth, grab a breakfast, and start practicing. Surprisingly, I love it because for me, my 2 biggest hobbies is design, of course, like art stuff. Another one is perform. Mixing drink is for me, it's just like perfectly marry these 2 hobbies together, and bar is my stage.
The bar truly became his stage when he entered the Bacardi Legacy 2016 competition. He was one of 2 winners of the Eastern semifinals for his drink, Venceremos. Made with coconut liqueur, pineapple, lime, and cucumber juice, Bacardi, and sesame oil, Venceremos tastes like a pina colada with a twist. To make it, Gene combines all the ingredients into a shaker with ice and garnishes it with a pineapple leaf. Cheers to all! So here she is, the beauty. Gene,
Cheers.
Let's do this. Bottoms up. I've never been so excited to drink before. Oh my God, that is so red. I feel like I've been transported immediately to a tropical island. This tastes
Yeah, it
incredible.
should be like that, yes.
And you got the lovely hint of the coconut, but it's also not too overpowering. It's calmed down by the cucumber juice and that little touch of sesame too. Perfect, rounds
You can definitely
out.
smell that.
Nice nutty flavor. So good job, my man.
Thank you.
Well, we have checked in with a competition winner. Now we're gonna go check out another bar here in New York City. Stay tuned. I'm gonna drink a little though. Now that we've gone upstairs, it's time to head downstairs. Our next stop is Lumos, a West Village hotspot specializing in baijiu. While baijiu is the world's most consumed liquor, Lumos is the first bar in the city to use it as its main ingredient. It's also infused with a variety of herbs, spices, and fruits to bring it to a whole new level. Whether you enjoy it neat or in a cocktail, this bar will open your eyes to a unique drinking experience. New Yorkers love their cocktails, myself being one of them, and I'm joined today by Orson, the co-owner of Lumos, who's taking baijiu to a whole new level. Nice to see you, Orson.
Nice to meet you. Thank you to be here
Yeah,
tonight.
my pleasure. So, Orson, what flavors and ingredients have you experimented with to make your cocktails?
So when I started working with baijiu, I tried to figure out, which direction I can go. And something really worked out, and it's a little bit about common sense. Baijiu is a clear spirit, and it's high proof. That means infused very well. So we started experimenting with different ingredients, like dry fruits, fresh herbs, dry seeds, and it worked out very well. The way how I introduce baijiu here to my customers, I always recommend to they start from this side of the menu. This is the Lumos house cocktails, and all of them are very smooth, are mixing with very fresh ingredients, so it's a very good way to start. All of them has baijiu and taste like baijiu, but they are smooth down, and they are balanced with more flavor. So that's a good way to start.
I consider myself a pretty knowledgeable drinker, but I've never had Baijiu. Orson gives me a Baijiu 101 and lets me taste it before we dive into the cocktails.
Gumbe. Yeah, it's like kind of fruity.
It's a little fruity. It has a very intense aroma. You get a little bit of apple, a little bit of mushrooms, like a dried mushrooms in there.
Yeah, like the apple. That's exactly what I'm getting. Oh, that is delicious.
So I'm happy you tried.
Yeah, I'm a vodka kind of girl, so this is a nice mix-up, and it tastes delicious. So I'm sold. Let's make some cocktails.
Great, so let's do it.
Orson shows me how to make the cilantro martini. It's made with cilantro-infused Baijiu, Lillet Blanc, English cucumber, lime, and agave. Orson puts all the ingredients into a shaker and gives it a mighty shake. Then he strains out the lime, pours it into a glass, and garnishes it with a slice of cucumber. Bottoms up. Thank you, Orson, so much for showing me how to make these amazing cocktails. And now that it's cold in wintertime, everyone needs something great to warm them up. Reporting from New York, I'm Quincy Clemens.
Coming from DC Comics is the highly anticipated Batman vs. Superman.
That's how it starts. The fever that turns good men.
With Ben Affleck playing Batman, he'll be going head-to-head with Henry Cavill as Superman
Very dangerous.
in crime-ridden Gotham City.
This bat vigilante is like a one-man reign of terror. Decide what the right thing is. Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
God versus man. Day versus night.
The villain in the new DC installment is the very evil and very tough Doomsday.
The Red Capes are coming.
A formidable foe indeed, uniting the two superheroes over a common evil.
You're a fighter. We can give you abilities most men only dream of. Make you a superhero.
Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby.
Breaking the fourth wall is our favorite comic book hero slash villain slash comic genius, Deadpool.
I wanna know, how does it hang?
Played by Ryan Reynolds, it marks one of the most anticipated Marvel films ever.
And please don't make the super suit green or animated.
One thing that never survives this place is a sense of humor.
Oh, God, you are hard to look at. You look like the topographical map of Utah.
Exactly.
Down, down, like a free. I won't be the one ending up on the beat.
Known for his sarcasm, his mutant healing powers, and his ninja-like agility, Deadpool provides the comic relief in the Marvel world.
I am very turned on right now.
He's gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you.
2016 is looking like a big year for franchises all over the board, with Captain America, Star Trek, X-Men, and even another Independence Day all set for release, with most also playing here in China.
Today you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday. We will not go quietly into the night without a fight. Fall back!
We got no ship.
For the new Star Trek coming next summer, expect things to go a little differently, with Fast and the Furious director Justin Lin taking hold of the new film.
Is that music?
It's a good choice.
Hey, well played.
Not sure how fans will react to the transition from J.J. Abrams to what perhaps may become a slightly more high-octane CG-ridden version of the classic sci-fi series.
Okay, let's never do that again. I'm here for you.
What is it?
Oh, God.
he can control all of us.
There's a lot to look forward to in the coming year with some of Hollywood's biggest franchises set to return, with new and exciting stories.
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
From some of our favorite comic book heroes to history in the making and perhaps even an Oscar contender, it's time to grab yourself some popcorn and sit back for an awesome year at the movies. Coming up next, we see how traditional Hongbao are getting a cool artistic makeover.
Hongbaos or red envelopes are a classic part of Chinese New Year's tradition. But doing things a little differently, the exhibition Paper Vision has brought together 53 designers, each taking their own unique approach to these little red envelopes. Let's take a closer look.
If you've ever been in China for the New Year, you've probably seen those little red envelopes, or Hongbao. They're mostly passed between relatives and friends and contain a little bit of gift cash. It's a classic part of Chinese tradition and symbolizes good luck and health. Injecting the whole process with a bit of creativity, the Half Art Spaces brought out 53 designers, each taking their own unique approach to China's classic Hongbao. With 92 innovative envelopes on display, it's a fascinating take on both tradition and modern design.
这个红包吧，我觉得是我们每个人都可以用到的，特别是新春或者喜事的时候。但是我所看到的红包，我看不到有设计的概念在里面。我觉得红包也是一个中国传统的东西，中国人民历来是一个礼仪之邦，实际上红包是一个礼尚往来的一个道具啦。我觉得它有很多的元素可以去表达我们当代人们的想法和那些设计元素，所以我举办了这一场用设计师来用红包做载体的现代创意的红包展。
A mix of Chinese artists from here and abroad all took part in the exhibition. Representing 3 generations and various backgrounds, each artist had their own style. Let's take a look at some of the designs.
这款设计是非常著名的工艺设计大师赵佐良先生一幅作品。它是一个福字，它是用手绘的这种方式来表现的，加了很多印刷的工艺。有福字，还有这种火红的颜色。那中间还有一个猴子的脸，因为明年是我们猴年。赵佐良先生他的作品不是用电脑来表现的，很多是用手绘的这种方式，看起来非常自然，随意性非常好。这款设计就是我邀请的，设计师叫赵宇。他现在在荷兰工作，上面的图形，有一款是应该是有荷兰的这样的风车的一个图形在上面。这款是用了一个西文的字体的结构，那么每个设计师跟他自己的工作的环境跟受的教育有很大的关系。他在荷兰一直使用是西文的版式排版，所以他的设计里面，突出的表现他的一个自己的视觉语言在里面。这款设计师叫蒋清贡，他的红包设计非常简单，用了这样的一个暖水袋的元素，在这个寒冷的冬天，我们会看到这样的一个图形，非常暖人心的一个感觉。这个是我们上海非常著名的创意人邵荣图先生的作品，他用了很多中国字体，他区别于刚才一些在国外生活工作的设计师的那些用一些西文的元素，他用了很多中文，构成非常有中国的味道，然后里面的文字还可以去解读出来。
From students to art fans, many people came out to the exhibition. It offered a good chance to pick up some creative new ideas in design and showed visitors a few colorful approaches to Hongbao.
因为我们也是学设计的嘛，然后就是因为知道这个展，就冲着这个展过来的。像陈志宏这设计师，我还蛮喜欢他的作品的，因为像广东啊、香港，还有就是这种过年，他们好像对做红包这一类特别的擅长，然后也很这种他们做出来这种气氛，我觉得还蛮足的。
今天就是说是看到很多红包的那个设计，那个它跟我们以往的这种传统的红包形式完全不一样。然后不仅通过那个颜色的丰富性，而且是很多材质上的变化。比方说，我看到好多就是像这种就是镂空的这个设计，然后还有的一些是它这种植绒一些不一样的材质，它互相结合。那我觉得这种比较新颖。因为传统红包拿到手之后，可能就压岁钱拿掉了之后，这个红包就收起来或怎么样了。我觉得这种红包的话，形式更新颖一点，然后可能会收藏或者是这样子。
From generation to generation, tradition often undergoes a few subtle changes. In this case, the little envelopes aren't actually hung or read. And for these artists, the new year is bringing with it some new colors. It was a fun exhibition, giving us an early start to the Chinese Spring Festival, in a fascinating twist on tradition.
Okay, that's all the time we have for today's show, but join us tomorrow for all the latest in art, culture, fashion, lifestyle and entertainment from across Shanghai. And remember to scan our QR code and check our official WeChat for all your City Beat updates. I'm your host, Chen Lei. Thanks for watching City Beat. See you soon. Bye for now.
Next on City Beat, we'll follow our guest host Sissy Swun and check out some interior design for the Spring Festival.